Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're going to practice all of the exact same things that we did last week, and I'm only going to add one new cross section, and that is isosceles right triangles, this time with the hypotenuse in the base. So for starters, go ahead and graph the base for me. So set those equals, see where they intersect, and get a graph of the base. And I'll be right back. So hopefully it came up with something like this. A parabola and a line, they intersect at, this has to be -1, and this guy has to be 3. Cross sections are perpendicular to the x-axis, so they're going in this direction, which means we're going to have x bounds. So we're going to be integrating from -1 to 3. And now we need to find the area of the right triangle. So area of triangle. Okay, so draw one triangle, and it's an isosceles right triangle. So whatever this is the same. Okay, now reread it and see if you can visualize where this right triangle is fitting or sitting over here. And that's the only thing that's different today. Okay, so from here to here, the hypotenuse is sitting there. Okay, so first let's figure out what is the length from top to bottom. Well, it's the equation of the line minus the parabola. So it's going to be 2x plus 3 minus x squared. But that's the hypotenuse this time. Okay, hopefully you understand that. But the issue here is to find the area of a triangle, it's 1/2 base times height. So I need these guys. So that's going to bring us way back to something in geometry. If I know what the hypotenuse is, what are the two legs? Okay, so I'm going to pause for a minute and just review that, which is an old fact from geometry. Now this is perfect timing for this old geometry fact because it's often on the SAT. Okay, if this is an isosceles right triangle or a 45-45-90 triangle, and you can do the Pythagorean theorem to figure this out, whatever the two legs are, the hypotenuse ends up being that number times the square root of 2. And they give you this formula on the SAT. You just need to know what it means. It means if I know the leg to get the hypotenuse, I multiply by root 2. However, if I know the hypotenuse to go from here to here, I'm going to divide by root 2. So just think, am I going from a short side to a long side? If so, I multiply, or long side to short side? If so, I divide. So if the legs are 7, the hypotenuse is 7 times the root 2. Okay? If the legs were 17, the hypotenuse would be 17 root 2. So from leg to hypotenuse, it's multiplied by root 2, but from hypotenuse to leg, you have to divide by root 2. So coming back to this guy, we're going from the hypotenuse to the leg, and the leg is going to be the hypotenuse divided by root 2. So it's all of that same number. And that's going to be the only part that's really new. So when we go to write the volume here, the area of our triangle, it's 1/2 base times height. But the base and the height are the same because it's isosceles, so I'm going to put a square here. And what is that base and that height? All of this that I put here in red. Okay? Now, if on the AP exam they say just to set it up, then you're done. It's good. Ugly as it is, it's fine. Okay? So that's the only thing that's new. To find the leg, if you know the hypotenuse, you have to divide by root 2. And why is it that they gave us the hypotenuse to begin with? Because it says the hypotenuse is in the base. It's the hypotenuse that we can figure out. So we go from that to the leg by dividing by root 2. All right, now if you need to get the final answer, even with the calculator, then this is not the most pleasant way to deal with this. It's going to be easier to square the top of the fraction and the bottom of the fraction. I'm going to take this 1/2 and move it out front. Okay, well, when I square this, what's the square root of 2 squared? 2. If I take that 2 and multiply it by this 2, you're going to get a 4. So I'm going to get rid of the 1/2 and the root 2 squared. Together, those guys make 1/4. And you can put it out in front of the integral or behind it. And then when I square the numerator, it's just all of this. Okay, that's the easier way to simplify it, just enough that you could foil it by hand if you had to, or even put it in your calculator. It's a little bit neater this way. And hopefully that's not too big of a stretch. We've done similar stuff. All right, so that's it. That's all that's new here today. Your worksheet's going to be very similar, and because it's day 2, it should go easier and faster. So would you please, please, please start tomorrow's assignment as well, which is a review of all of volume, and it's going to be a bit long, so you might want to do some of tomorrow's work tonight. All right, good luck, guys. Bye.